So this is our second to last week here. We just have one full week left. There's not a lot of time. The thing I've been thinking about is how we value experimentation. I think this is a thing that a lot of companies in creative fields struggle with because it's easy to put value on a thing that shows commercial promise and work that goes towards something that obviously shows commercial promise. But a lot of the best games, a lot of the best projects require many steps of innovation to get there. They require, by their nature, exploration. And exploration doesn't yield obvious results, so it's difficult to value. This week, the Free Lives team have been working on a lot of small experiments, I think a good variety of them. The hope, I guess, is that some of these would be stepping stones towards something innovative that we can create and sink our teeth into. But at the same time, I think they're valuable in themselves in that we want to be a company that values experimentation. And to do that, we need to experiment. So I'm excited to show everyone what people did this week.
Instead of doing Feedback Friday at the dojo, we went to Gili Island, which was pretty amazing. Snorkeled with turtles. Then we did feedback in a very noisy restaurant with construction, karaoke in the background.
This week I worked on Frog Race Quest with Kevin, Luke, and Robbie, and Jason. We kind of wanted to do something with a frog, make it kind of adorable and cute, and have something about the deep state in it.
Quite happy with the humor of the game. Kevin's writing is really good. Tonally, I like it a lot.
It's interesting. It's exactly the kind of weird game I hoped I would make, where it's already weird on its face and then has a second, even weirder layer beneath that. It's just kind of a layer cake of strange ideas.
I was doing a lot of the programming. Robbie was assisting with that.
Helped out with like the conversation system and the loot boxes and a bunch of like UI and transitions.
I think it looks really good, especially for a week-long jam. I think it's a really great achievement there.
I created the art assets like frogs and lobsters.
I think we made a short little game that can stand on its own. Really excited about the concepts in the game. I think there's some good jokes. I think there's more story to tell there. Maybe another week's work and it'll be something we can put out on itch and people can play it.
I worked on a little climbing game called Drown. It's a randomly generated tower that you can rotate. If you climb for too long, then you run out of stamina and you fall and you have a higher chance of drowning. Art-wise, I got everything done that I wanted, but I do want to continue working on it so I could at least get all the art into Unity.
Hi, I'm Alex.
I'm Calvin, and we are Robot Loves Kitty.
We make video games in upstate New York.
Cat lying on my foot.
Oh,
Nice knowing you, Calvin.
that's really cute.
We're working on a game that's tentatively titled Dance Ball 2000. It's kind of like a couples versus game where one couple holds a single controller and they control characters and do dance moves together and also play soccer.
It's kind of like a mix between Dance Dance Revolution or like Celebrity Dance Off and soccer. I just added the fancy, shiny light reflections on the disco ball, which is, of course, what you're kicking.
The soccer ball is the disco ball,
yes. But hopefully we'll like destroy some friendships while we're here with the competitive team play. That's where we'll be at. Everyone's gonna just hate everybody.
I worked on basically a tech test with Jonathan.
Animating illustrations. I really wanted to get beautiful illustrations to move nicely.
People were super positive about it. It does take a bit of time to set up the rig, but once you have that sorted, you can give the programmers all the control in the world. So if they need to change anything, they can do that.
So we got that right. I also wanted to make it a game, but I didn't know what to make it, so I just threw something together.
It did prove the fact that in the future we can use something like this for cinematics. So that was a complete win.
I really like how it looks though, and I think a lot of people are impressed with that, so I think that was a success.
Last week went pretty well. I worked on Decay for the second week. Worked with Jem, Ruan, and Jason and Jared. Absolute pleasure working with all of them. They're such powerhouses and they know exactly what they're doing.
A sort of biological horror surrealist landscape game where you explore big twisted landscape and discover strange creatures and plants and things like that.
I feel like it was very overambitious. I feel like we did a great job. I'm very happy with the look and feel.
I did a giant clay death statue thing. It turned out really cool. It had like all gems on its face and like on its hands and stuff like that.
I was pretty happy with it. It's like quite dark beat stuff, which is what I like making. So it was nice to have like kind of creative freedom on that.
We learned a lot while we were doing it about animation, about cameras. We tried to create a sort of claymation look and feel to the thing.
I don't think I did super well. A lot of the game is about making things look pretty and doing cool effects, which isn't where my experience lies, but I still feel I learned a bunch. I helped with the space scene, which wasn't even in the version that was demoed. I helped out with the camera effects, such as the focus switches to different objects in the scene, giving a greater feeling of depth, giving like a macro photography feeling. So a lot of it was just like, how do you simulate a camera that's being moved by a person's hands and who's trying to follow a miniature walking on a table while trying to work the focus like you would actually film it and trying to capture that feeling. And I think it comes across a little bit when you actually play it.
Decay looks amazing, but it's not quite a full game yet.
Turned out really pretty though. It was really fun to work on.
I'm really happy. I'm glad that everybody else is happy with it as well. So yeah, let's see where it goes from here.
So coming to Bali, a lot of the people here haven't done that many game jams and haven't worked with everyone. So I think there's been a bit of a learning curve, people finding out what talents other people have, finding out who they like to collaborate with. I think there's a lot of learning. I think we're gaining a lot of experience. I think we're gaining more understanding of each other. And it's still an adjustment period. And I think it's healthy that we're doing this, and it's awesome that we're doing it in Bali. And I think we've still got a ways to go to find out who we are as a team, what we want to do next, what we like to do, and what we want to say with the things that we do.
Last week we were asked if we would update Broforce, and we said, maybe. Michael Chen says, please answer for real.
So the real answer is we're busy porting Broforce, and as a result, we're hesitant to change the code base. Once the porting's done and it's on the new platforms, we'll be free to make changes and make nightmares for other programmers again. And we've just got to find the time then. I think as soon as the port is done, I think we will start planning when that update is going to be.
There you go. Trevor Hansen wants to know, what spec Asus laptops are you using to code our games?
We actually have a bunch of different laptops, but we have graphics cards that range from the 9 series GeForce to the 10 series, but it's important to not have something super powerful because we want to test that our games run horribly too. So probably average of like 16 gigs of RAM, GeForce cards, SSD hard drives. Yeah.
Sean Hardern wants to know, ProBuilder was recently integrated into Unity 3D. If the Freelives team could choose another asset to become part of Unity, what would it be?
So for a long time, I would have said Shader Forge, but apparently the latest version of Unity has got a visual node editor coming, so our wishes have been granted.
Gabriel Campos wants to know, you have a journey into the past and the history of the universe. You can only watch on this trip. Where are you going and why?
So I would definitely go somewhere else in the universe where there's an alien civilization, watch their history from beginning to end, find out why it ended, and then warn scientists on Earth not to invent the thing that inevitably killed them all.
Smart.
Although, obviously that's post-watching, but I'd be watching them with the purpose of warning scientists that the X-bomb is a terrible idea.
Excellent.
Yeah.
No X-bombs. Sean Hardern wants to know who has the best eyebrows on the team.
Eyebrows. Damn. Probably Luke. He's pretty good at moving them around.
It's got to be Luke.
That's easy. Luke.
Everybody knows I have the best eyebrows on the team.
Join us for the next and final episode of Game Jam Island, where we wrap up the season, have a look at all the games made, and find out how everybody felt about it. will answer the final question: was Game Jam Island a success or not?